In ministry, one of the most amazing things about my job is that I get to see a lot of people in their highs and lows. And I love that, right? I get to see people in their highest moments where they're getting married or they're having kids, but I also get to see them in their darkest moments. And even though those are tough, they're also just as special where they're sick or they've lost a loved one or some of the most amazing memories and some of the most difficult memories in ministry come from when I've had the privilege to talk with people who are on their deathbed. And when I think about that, there's a lot of things that people have said, and it's given me a lot of insight, it's given me a lot of perspective to talk to somebody who knows that they've only got a few moments or days left to live. But one thing that I have never heard someone say who is close to dying, I've never heard them say, "Man, I wish I had just spent a little bit more time at my job." Right? Like, I've never heard someone say, um, "Man, I really wish I had made a little bit more money," or "I really wish I had bought more things," or, that one thing that I really wanted, I just didn't get the chance to buy that new car, that new outfit, that new thing, whatever it is. What I hear people typically say is, "Man, I really wish I had time to just give my kids one more hug." Or to say, "I really wish I had time to invest in my parents in that broken relationship or with my friends," right? Like, it's always about something important. And here's what I've started to realize is oftentimes in our life, we allow the urgent, like what's right in front of our face, to rob us of what we would consider to be the most important thing. Um, and that's a challenge for me. It's a challenge for you. Like, it's a challenge for all of us living in this time because there's so many things in our culture. Our culture has become so busy oriented, and we all now have phones right in front of us, and we have computers and emails, and we have all sorts of stuff that we've got to check, things we've got to do, things we've got to accomplish. And a lot of times it's good things that are the urgent things, but those good things are robbing us of the best things. Those good things are robbing us of the best things. The urgent things are robbing us of the important things. And so I hope that we can shift that perspective. And believe it or not, we're not the first people who've ever struggled with this thing before. There's a lot of people who struggled with it. I want to read something as we're heading into Easter and we're in this week of Passover, a text in Mark chapter 14, starting in verse 1. Listen to this story. It says, "Now the Passover and the Feast of the Unleavened Bread were only 2 days away. And the chief priests and the teachers of the law were looking for some sly way to arrest Jesus and kill him, but not during the feast, they said, or people may riot. Now, while he was in Bethany, reclining at the table in the home of a man known as Simon the leper, a woman came with an alabaster jar of very expensive perfume made of pure nard. And she broke the jar and she poured the perfume on his head." So this is a beautiful moment. This woman, Mary is who it is, has this really expensive jar of perfume that she would save up. And we're going to find out how much exactly it is worth. Verse 4, "Some of those present were saying indignantly to one another, 'Why this waste of perfume? It could have been sold for more than a year's worth of wages, and the money could have been given to the poor.' And so they rebuked her, and it says, harshly. And Jesus said, 'Hey, leave her alone. Why are you bothering her? She has done a beautiful thing to me. The poor you'll always have with you, and you can help them any time that you want, but you will not always have me. She did what she could. She poured perfume on my body beforehand to prepare for my burial. I tell you the truth, wherever the gospel is preached throughout the world, what she has done in this moment that you guys are ridiculing will be told in memory of her. I love this story. Mary, this woman, she gets it. And the disciples, they missed it, right? They looked at what she's done, how she broke this jar of perfume. She pours it over Jesus' head to anoint him. And they know, you just used the whole thing on Jesus? How could you do something like that? And then listen to their response. It's so me. It's so us, right? They say, you could have used that for something else. There's more pressing matters. There's more urgent things going on. And so they say, look, you could have used that to help the poor. And like I said at the beginning, it's the urgent things are usually good things. You know, I'm so busy with my job. I'm so busy filling this responsibility. I'm so busy doing these things. I'm running this race. I'm checking these boxes. I'm getting done what I need to get done, and I let the important slip away. But what Mary does in this moment is she recognized that the most important thing that she could do with her time, with her money, with her expensive jar of perfume was to pour it on Jesus. And that's the same thing I want to challenge us with, is that whatever you have, whatever time, energy, whatever money, whatever stuff that you have, invest it in what's important. And there is nothing more important than Jesus Christ and his gospel, which gives us hope as we head into Easter because of his resurrection. Thanks for letting me share.